Wanted to do a quick video on whether or not you can use the Dremel Image Maker 3D printer to print out Proto Pasta's carbon fiber high temperature PLA, and the short answer is yes, you can. First thing I ended up doing, other than ordering the Proto Pasta, was ordered a Swiss MK10 0.4mm nozzle. It's a hardened nozzle, so that way I don't end up killing my brass nozzle after a bunch of prints. And that was easy enough to change out. There's a good video on YouTube if you're interested on how to do it, and it worked out well. The second thing I did was I printed out the hack for the Dremel image maker for the spool holder, and that, while it's a great print, really didn't work for the Proto Pasta spool. It's centered up nicely, but the spool has such a big hole in the center that it really just still rode in the bottom of the cutout in the Dremel image maker. So what I ended up doing was taking the spool holder and using some shims underneath of it to actually raise the spool up, so that way it wasn't riding on the bottom of it, and that worked out good. Eventually I will end up making my own print, so that way it's at the correct height. The next thing I did was went ahead and tried printing, and about 5 tries of trying to get it to print, I would end up having it break throughout the print process somewhere in there. I moved the plastic tube that actually holds the filament in and out to see if that was the issue, and really what it turned out to be was that the filament was, when it would back up, the filament would rise up above the top of the Dremel image maker and it would run into the lid and snap it from there. So since then I've pulled the lid off, and I've printed about 7 different 5-hour prints, and none of them have broken. Everything's printed great. The cool thing about the Proto Pasta carbon fiber HTPLA is the matte finish on it. It's just comes out fantastic. This is Dremel's PLA, and it prints nicely. It's got a lot of sheen to it, and then if you look at the carbon fiber PLA, I mean, it just looks awesome as far as the coloring, and the print quality came out fantastic too. So I really couldn't be happier than with carbon fiber from Proto Pasta. The cool thing with the Proto Pasta carbon fiber and the high temp is that you can anneal this, and it will raise your temperature sensitivity up to 120 degrees Celsius or more. So the chances, that's after you anneal, and annealing takes about an hour in the oven. So peace of mind if you leave parts in your car on a hot sunny day, that it's not going to be ended up melting or deforming. So that's one plus. The carbon fiber is very stiff, and it does have the potential to break if you slam this down to the ground, and if you have thin sections in your parts. I kind of test things hard. So what I found is that this will work great. This product's actually made to wrap around another product snugly, so at that point it won't crack or break because it has supports on all sides. So very strong, light, and looks great. So I'll see if I can show you a little close up here of how everything works. You can see where I moved the tube up to. Filament just goes in through the top. I do use masking tape for all my prints, and it works out great. Everything sticks fine, easy to pull off, and no issues there. I'll see if I can focus in on the bottom of the spool here. It's going to be tough with the printer running, but let's see if we can get in there. So there's the little white parts are the added on pieces, and that actually worked out good. I found the right size threaded screw to just actually screw it right into the bottom of the Dremel from the inside here. So that worked out pretty well. That's about it. I mean, great product. Made in the USA. You guys are from Oregon, and it seemed like it's very well made, and like I say, the print quality comes out fantastic. So if you want to try it with your image maker,